what's up YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Coleman's Cool Legos, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a stop motion. I'm going to start off with a walk. There are many different types of walks, 3 actually to be specific. Let me set them up here. So, you know, the most simple kind, you're just going to start off like this, and then you're going to move, front leg forward. Usually, I usually have like a marker. Crap, I should have found this before I started the video. This will work. So I usually have a marker, so let's just say, I'm going to use this white 1x1. I'm just going to put it right next to where his foot is. And so one way to do it is to get the leg out like that and then move him to the next spot. Just put legs together. So I'll move my marker. And so I would take the shot without the marker, and then I would put the marker back in, and then I'd switch to the other leg. And then take the shot, and then, of course, move out the marker, and then move him forward, take the shot, so on and so forth. And this is what this looks like. So for the second type, this is actually the type I use, although it's the medium in difficulty. I think it looks really good in my stop motions anyways. So what you're going to do, I don't really usually use a marker. I just keep my eyes on where he was. So you move the front leg forward, take the shot, and then you move him to the next stud, but move the opposite leg back. So let's do it again. Well, and then you put it all together, and then you do the opposite leg here. So I'm keeping my eyes on this stud because that's what his left foot is on. So I'm going to move his left foot forward like that. And then now keep your eyes on this stud. Now you're going to move the right leg back and the left leg just straight. And then you're going to put it back. I usually do it by keeping it on the stud, like that, and then like that, and then just like that. So let's see what that looks like. So for the third way to make a minifigure walk, what you're going to do, it's practically the same as the second way, except, this is optional, you can do hand move, like, arms. So like, for instance, I just made the right hand go back and the left hand go forward, and then you'd take a shot, and then there'd be a balance frame, where he's almost like balancing in between 2 studs. And then you'd also, when he's on that balance frame, you'd move his hands a little closer to his sides. You gotta have very subtle, or not subtle, very slow movements sometimes. Other times though, when it's like a fast scene, make sure to have fast movements. And then from there, it's gonna go to just the right leg on, straight, and then the left leg back, and then the hands are gonna be in the middle. And then you take the frame, and then you go like that. Probably keep the hands in the middle would be best. And then you're gonna go with the left leg now, and then move the hands again, except just opposite. Take the frame, balance frame, Move the hands a little closer. Well, there, balance frame, wait, balance frame, there we go. And then step down, arms in the middle. And then leg, there, leg straight. So yeah, that's the third step. Now let's see what it looks like. Now for running, I don't really have the best running technique. I usually, it's sort of choppy. So I start off like that. And then I just switch the legs and switch the arms. Probably shouldn't follow my running technique though, because it's not really the best. But then for skidding, because I often do that, so you're going to be running, but then you're going to sort of lean the minifigure back, put his arms forward, but it's going to sort of balance there on the stud. And you're just going to do that for a few studs and then put his legs down for like 2 or 3 studs and then make his body go forward a little bit more and then start coming back and then, you know, maybe make his arms dangle a little bit. So that's my technique for skidding. I'll show you that. This is going to be a really long video. Here's my technique for little legged people. So right here I have the Beast Brick with little legs. My own figure. I know his figure has black hair, but I don't really care. It's more accurate. So I'm just going to start him off here. And then I'm going to move him over, but not press him down on the stud. And then I'm going to press it, take the picture when he's not pressed down on the stud. And then, so snap. And then put it down. Click. And then, same here. Click. Then put him down on the stud. Click. And so on and so forth. So let's see what that looks like. What we got here is how to do stop motion with a big fig. So let's just start them off here. You don't really have to connect them to studs at all here. So you're going to start off with them just right here. And then you're going to turn them to the side a little bit. Take the picture. Turn them to this side a little bit. Take the picture. Turn them to the side again. Take the picture. Get them level again. Take the picture, go forward, take the picture, level, take the picture, so on and so forth. So let's see what that looks like. So here, I'm going to show you how to make things fly, or be thrown in this case. So right now, the Hulk is going to throw the Beast Brick, little kid, the Beast Brick. So how I'm going to do it, he's actually going to be facing the camera because he's going to throw him into the camera. So, take the shot, click. Click is my camera sound, by the way, if you didn't pick that up already. Then move his arm up a little bit. Click. Move his arm a little bit more than you did last time. Click. Move him. And you actually might want to connect Hulk to the surface. Move it up a little bit more than you did last time. Click. Now start doing smaller movements. Click. 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 And now bigger movements. Click. Click. Then you're gonna take a scene without either. So click. And then how I do it is I just take a pole piece like this. You can get it on like a TIE fighter or something. And And then, hold on. And then, like, I have him like this. And then I take the picture. And then I take one without. Move the Beast Brick a little bit closer. Click, 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 click. Well, I guess when you don't see the pole, you don't have to do that frame with nothing. And then just make him go past. And in the meantime, you can have his arm going down. The reason they're going to be empty frames is because of, you're going to have to erase the hand that's clearly right here and the pole. So by doing an empty frame, you're going to have it before each frame with the pole in it. And so when you erase it, it just erases, or it goes to, like what, let's say, this is the frame before this frame. If I'm going to erase the pole right here, then I'm going to erase it. So it's going to show this frame. So like if there's two pieces of paper, a red one and a yellow one, and then you cut a little hole in the yellow one, you're going to see the red one through it. That's what it is with frames. And so when you do it, there's not going to be hand, the pole, or the Beast Brick. So you can sort of erase all that if you need to or want to. And you see, the reason the Hulk is still in it is because he's not going to change unless you move his arm. So, just little analogies for you. Yeah, that's how you make something fly or throw something. Now let's see it in action. Vehicles, I don't actually really do vehicles, so I'm sort of just going off of what other people say they do. It's gonna start off just like this. You know, take the picture. I'd say move it 2 studs. If it could balance. There, 2 studs. Take the picture. 1, 2 studs. Ugh. I give up. You get what I'm trying to do, though. Take a picture every 2 studs. Move the wheels 2 studs. So let's see that. Important details are the lighting. For instance, I'm going to take my camera off my stand here. I just use a simple light like that, but I know some people have like much better lights. My stand is just like I can't remember what brand it is, but it's a pretty good stand. It can't go down very low, but it still is good for stop motion. I also use a remote control little clicker. I have an iPhone, so I use the iOS button, but it's Bluetooth. So when I do my stop motions, I connect it like that. And then another important detail is the background. Sometimes it's not a very good stop motion if you just have the floor, your background. Like, if that's your background, then your minifigure's just running across the carpet. It's not really the best. It's best when it's a Lego plate. Sorry, the video is probably a little choppy. My stand keeps pressing the power, or not the power button, the volume button, which at least on Apple devices stops or starts a video and takes a picture. So I'll have to edit those together. All the stop motions that I've been showing you, I've been making through the stop motion app. It's like literally just called Stop Motion. Has a white camera on a blue background. Yeah, it's a really good app. And these are all at 10 frames per second. For the first way of walking, you're probably going to have to slow it down if you're going to use that. And for the third way of walking, you're probably going to have to speed it up a little bit. But keep in mind that the frame rate doesn't make the stop motion better. Like if you put a really high frame rate, but the stop motion's really jerky and stuff, like crap, I just moved the stand. Your minifigure's over here, and then the next frame it's over here. It's not really going to help it that much. It may look a little better, but it's not going to make it look great. The way to make stop motion good is to have small, smooth movements with the perfect frame rate. Not too fast, not too slow, but the perfect frame rate. Last thing, guys, you don't have to have these side ones like I do. I'm just doing it so I can have a wider frame. Because without these, you're just going to see the sides of my room. Which I said earlier isn't really the best, most professional way to do stop motion. So, thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and comment down below if any of these tips or ways to do stuff helped. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!